Today I'm continuing to apply some rubberized undercoating to the wheel wells. So I'm just washing them off right now. A little bit of degreaser and water, and just gonna let them dry. A bit later, I think I'm gonna apply some seam sealer to the bottom of the car, to some of the seals, and then once that cures, I'll be ready to apply the rubberized coating to the underside of the whole car, and getting one step closer to being ready to paint the whole thing. You know, it feels like this process is going really, really slow. And it is, but you know, that's just how long it takes, I guess, to do things step by step and try and do them right. I'm trying to set some deadlines to get the next steps going. I know there's some things that I've been a little bit resistant to getting started because I've been nervous I wouldn't know how to do them right. And I'm trying to get over that so I can just just do it. It's not as important that they're done perfectly right. I'm learning as I go. Most of the things that I want to do aren't gonna change whether or not the car works or not, or even whether it lasts that long. I've been really concerned about trying to take care of rust, and I think I've done a pretty good job of it, but you know, rust is gonna creep in over the years, and I don't know how many years I'll own this car for, but I think it'll be solid for a good number of years. I mean, it's 46 something years old now. So, you know, it was rusty, but it wasn't completely falling apart after all those years, and many years just sitting out in a field, I think, in the open rain. So I think it'll probably be okay the way that I treat it. So I have to be a little bit more bold and just push forward and take care of some of these things and get it ready to assemble. So keep watching, and we're gonna get this car finished someday. That should break down any residue that might be on there. It's mostly just shock dust that's gotten on here. Not a lot of greasy stuff or road grime or anything like that. Fresh, clean water. A little bit more rinsing. Okay, now onto the rear wheel wells and get them all cleaned up. Then I'm gonna leave this to dry for a while, and then I've got something pretty exciting to do. I've got to go pick up my leaf springs that have been strengthened and cleaned up and painted, and they'll be ready to be reinstalled. And then I'm gonna drop my wheels off to get sandblasted and powder coated, which is, that's also a really cool milestone. I think they're gonna look super, super nice once they're all cleaned up. The fenders came out really nice. Just, they look super black on the inside and evenly coated with the rubber. I'll show you. See how great that looks? I think it's gonna be pretty durable too. Got my refurbished leaf springs with an added leaf on there to give it more strength to hold those battery boxes. And I'm really glad I did that. This is the new leaf right here, and then new straps. They put in some spacers in there between the leaves, which is nice. And yeah, these are gonna go in there and make it nice and strong in the back. And they cleaned them up and painted them for me, so they look nice. out. Ooh, a lot of fumes. It's good to keep this on, but I think that's it for today. I got all the 4 wheel wells coated with multiple coats of the rubberized coating. And so I'm just gonna leave that to cure. And it's been a good day. I got the leaf springs, I dropped off the wheels, and I got this done. So we'll keep moving on. All right, so gonna toss everything away and I'm gonna head home. So last time I was able to finish doing the seam sealing underneath the car, wash all the surfaces. And so this week, I'm finally gonna put on some rubberized undercoating on the whole bottom part of the car. So now I just have to tape it all off. It should be all clean and ready to go. And then I have to lay on my back and spray this straight up, which is gonna be kind of messy, I think. I'm gonna wear this, try and keep it off my hair. I'm gonna wear my full mask and respirator and gloves and just be really careful and hope that it doesn't drip down on me too much. But stuff sticks pretty hard when you spray it, so unless you spray it really thick and gloopy, it doesn't really drip. And hopefully I'll get a really nice coating and be done with this, and I will be pretty much ready to prep the whole thing for painting. And then once it's painted, then we start to put together an EV. So that's a big milestone. So stick with me, get this done today. All right, I think that's all taped off now. Let's take a look. So it's all ready to be painted, clean surface, and everything I don't want to be coated has been taped. And now for the dirty part. Put it on the Tyvek, put it on the gloves, full respirator, I'm ready for my first cut. All right, see you under there. Okay, that was super messy. Managed to get some on my wrists and hands. That's not going to come off easy, but I think hopefully the rest of me is fairly clear. I hope. But that's nasty stuff. I'm glad I'm done. 3 cans of that stuff applied to the whole underbody. I had a 4th can, but it seemed like it was a dud. It just didn't want to spray. So So that's going to be it for rubberized undercoating, and I am not going to do any more of that. My nasty Tyvek suit, but it keeps me mostly clean, I hope. All right, well, that was what I set out to do today, and that's what I did. I'm just gonna strip off the masking now, and then leave it to cure. Okay, let's take a look. So this is all coated with the rubberized coating. So with any luck, this will stay nice and rust-free. But we'll see. Definitely looks a lot better than when I bought it, that's for sure. All right, job done. Next time I gotta put the suspension and the rear axle back in. That'll be fun.